Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Another beautiful day here in the state of Kansas during this 2020 stay-at-home order for the pandemic. It's been an eventful week. I have taken a couple days off from doing the whole daily vlog thing I tried to do last week. It just wasn't happening. I don't think I could be a daily vlogger because I run out of things to talk about. And I'm sure some people realize that. But anyways, the last couple of days, I went ahead and I got things done on the camper, which the camper is finally done. If you've watched that series of videos starting back in September, I got an old 1990 Fleetwood Wilderness 22-foot tongue pull camper that we're going to be living in. It was going to be temporary, like on the weekends and stuff, just like weekend camping on our property, but it is tentatively going to be a temporary living situation because our house will not be done in time now thanks to this whole coronavirus. It is what it is. Anyways, I got a new battery installed, a new solar panel installed to charge that battery, and then I got a whole new hot water tank and heater. The one that was there before when I bought it was cracked and it wasn't winterized appropriately, so went ahead and I bought a new one, installed it yesterday, and that thing is nice. It's nice to have hot water on demand damn near. It is, of course, it has only a six gallon reserve, but once you blend that with some cold water when you're hooked up to a pressurized line, that water, it sustains a good shower. It's probably a 10-minute shower if you do it right, if you aren't demanding, you know, steamy hot water. So it's nice to have that now, where I wouldn't have had that if I didn't change it out. So it is changed out. Today's projects, well, I gotta get my week shopping done. So I have a couple of errands to get done at a hardware store here, and then I get back home and start doing some woodworking projects. So I just left Menards and I had a couple of things I needed to get purchased that were, in fact, essential, because a lot of people are throwing that word around quite a bit. And the one thing I noticed is there's hardly anybody there that would normally be there this time of day, this time of the week. And to say that the stay-at-home orders aren't working is kind of ridiculous. You can see it working. Now, there are people out who are driving around. I would assume that these people are, you know, individuals who still have to go to work. They still have a job. They still have a life to live. So if you are going to go out and buy what is deemed essential by some people, limit your time in the stores. Have a plan. Get to where you need to go and don't mess around in the store. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not taking one side or the other on this whole virus thing, but if we're going to be limited on the number of hours that we can go to a store because they're open or closed or whatever it be, just have a plan, get there, get in, get out, and go about your normal way. Oh, and then find yourself some hand sanitizer. I actually found this in the house. You know, sanitize your hands before and after the store, because those carts aren't being cleaned necessarily. And I know some stores are providing wipes and whatnot, but not every store is definitely cleaning them up. And I gotta say, I would keep the carts outside for as long as possible. Have them UV rays from the sun kill the bacteria, because I know it's happening. So I'm in Walmart, currently in the camping section. They flipped everything in this time being. But I gotta say, there's hardly anybody here in the store, really. I would say maybe 50 people max. The music's even louder than most people are normal days. Nothing here. So after the last clip at Walmart, About 30 seconds later, there was an entire family that walked around the corner into the camping section. 4 adults and 5 children. In the midst of a pandemic, in the middle of a stay-at-home order. Why did you have to bring your 5 children into Walmart when they're already restricting the number of individuals? Now, this is the only time I wish Walmart would restrict the amount of individuals that can come with a family. Now, I know there are circumstances that there are single parents out there with kids and everything, but there are 4 adults. There's no reason why 1 adult couldn't come in, maybe 2 adults max, with this family to get the camping and fishing gear they needed to go have a family outing. I don't know, that's kind of goofy. Anyways, after that, I went to Sam's. Sam's Club happens to be the only place that I can find diapers for my child. Of course, he's in 5s, and nobody around except for Sam's carries them in bulk, so that's the cheapest place to buy them in bulk, so I bought them at Sam's, and I observed people. Actually, I observed a couple of things. Sam's Club is completely full. All the shelves are completely full now. 2 weeks ago, the second and third shelves of the racks were empty. Some of the floor racks were empty. They were stocked up on toilet paper. They were stocked up on toilet paper towels. They were full and ready to serve the public. This is how it should have been 2 weeks ago, and it wouldn't even get close to where we are at right now. But the mass hysteria of people going out and panic buying just spreads it. Anyways, what I observed was people who do not know how to wear masks or gloves. In the middle of this, there's no reason to be wearing masks and gloves. Wash your hands. Hand sanitizer and soap and water, guys. Now, I know the CDC has come out and said you guys need to be wearing masks. Okay, I can understand that. I understand what masks are for. We use them in healthcare. I use them every day at work. A procedural mask is extremely important for the healthcare individual, and I wish people weren't using them as, you know, just a reason to go out. Now, I have a mask, I can go out now. Great. But if you're not wearing the mask appropriately, it is serving no purpose other than being on your face. If you have it covering your mouth, but not your nose, it's serving no purpose. You're defeating it. If you have a mask, which I saw this is the funniest thing ever. A mask that is custom made by one of your friends, that it looks like a pandemic mask, or a plague mask, sorry. But it literally just came up and over the nose and stuck out here, but it didn't cover the mouth. At what point was that mask useful? Then we have people who are wearing gloves. Okay, I can kind of get why you'd be wearing gloves. But in the middle of that, they're wearing gloves because of the items they're purchasing could be contaminated on the shelves. But if you're not cleaning your hands, say with soap and water or hand sanitizer with those gloves between each item, you're breaking the chain of cleanliness. Because the person who stocked aisle 1 through 3 is probably different than the person who stocked 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and so on. So you're just spreading the possible germs from item to item to item to item. And then you're probably going to carry those bags from the cart to your car, deglove, take the mask off with your degloved hand, to then go home and stock the supplies in your shelves. That's not doing any good, guys. This is why staying home is important, because the idiots who think they're doing themselves a good deed, know no different. They don't know because they don't know. And you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. I could educate people all day long about what they're doing wrong, but the problem is people get offended pretty easy. Not me, but people get offended by it and they want to argue. So by all means, go out, do your shopping amidst the pandemic, whatever your essentials are, because I know I've got some non-essentials in the back, or what would be deemed non-essential by the experts, the internet experts. But I just know that hand hygiene is a lot better than wearing gloves that you're gonna touch every single item with if you're not gonna clean them in between. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in and watching these. I know they get long and boring, but it's just a little bit of knowledge spreading, some thought processing and starting. Think about your own safety. It's not gonna do you any good if you're not cleaning your hands. That's what I always say, to wash your damn hands at the end. See you guys later.